Anyone under the age of 18 to be accompanied by a parent, legal guardian, or adult over 21 after 5 p.m. at Finley Park.
So this stroller is just going to stay here? And this guy is entering a combat zone with a baby? Anyway, let's head over to Pittsburgh.
There are so many delusional, stupid people in this world. We got to say it how it is. We got to stick to the Juneteenth weekend because a lot of things happened.
Juneteenth. Time for celebrations across the country. While these people flipped over corporate logos and these people played some tubas, in other parts of the country, the saxophones got louder.
Do you hear me though? I'm okay.
They blared in places like Berkeley and in Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
But inevitably, some places came alive with the sound of music, like in Baltimore.
One of the largest African-American festivals on the East Coast, officers responded to a large fight, the disturbance involving 100 kids.
You saw large groups of juveniles running, fighting. It didn't really bother the main crowd around the stages, but you can see it on the outer skirts.
Down here, shanking motherfuckers.
The hood thick today. It's Friday in the hood thick.
We also saw some Juneteenth chaos in South Carolina.
The city of Columbia is announcing a permanent unaccompanied minors policy effective immediately.
Anyone under the age of 18 to be accompanied by a parent, legal guardian, or adult over 21 after 5 p.m. at Finley Park.
So this stroller is just going to stay here? And this guy is entering a combat zone with a baby? Anyway, let's head over to Pittsburgh.
There are so many delusional, stupid people in this world. We got to say it how it is. I don't know if you're trying to break up the fight or what, but come on now. Why would you put your child in that type of situation? The world is truly crazy, y'all. Let's keep going.
Public safety says more young people are engaging in violence in the city of Pittsburgh. They say there were fights involving groups of teens throughout last night, and one of them a large fight in Market Square involving 40 to 50 teens. There were several hundred teens in that area at the time. 3 guns were recovered. 5 adults were arrested on charges including aggravated assault. 4 teens were cited for disorderly conduct.
Juneteenth organizers are implementing a chaperone policy for minors.
In Nashville,
about a dozen teens agreed to meet on this street corner behind me for a planned fight. Now that's when officers tell us that things escalated and a 12-year-old was shot in the head.
And of course, how could we forget the star of the show, Chicago?
According to Chicago police, more than 40 people are hurt, 7 people are dead after at least 24 shootings broke out since 5 p.m. on Friday. The largest incident happened on Juneteenth on the far south side when an SUV pulled up to a crowd that was outside and opened fire, wounding 12 people.
It should be celebrating, and fireworks should not turn into gunshots.
Does a disservice to the community and what Juneteenth is supposed to stand for.
See, it's happened all around the world. Oh, United States, we can't say the world, all around the United States. But let's get over into how Trump had to make a statement about what happened in Chicago. Let's get over into it.
President Trump is also weighing in after a violent holiday weekend in Chicago. A mass shooting on the South Side Friday night was just one of several incidents. NBC5's J.C. Navarrete talked with violence prevention experts about what's being done now to try to get ahead of crime this summer.
A drive-by shooting on Chicago's South Side now gaining national attention. More than a dozen hurt by gunfire in a mass shooting around 11 p.m. Friday. Victims range in age from 17 to 47 years old, the largest in a slew of shootings this holiday weekend that would pique President Donald Trump's attention as he renews calls to move in the National Guard to curb gun violence in the Windy City. Lots of killing going on in Chicago. 22 people shot, at least 4 dead. Why isn't Governor Pritzker calling me for help? I could make Chicago a safe city in a month. In 1 year, it would be one of the safest. The mass shooting at Princeton Park not going unnoticed by Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, writing, "I'm heartbroken by the violence in Princeton Park last night, which should have been a night of celebration and community reflection for Juneteenth, was shattered by a horrific act of violence. Violence has no place in our city, and those responsible will be held accountable."
It's tragic when you see people losing their lives on a regular basis every weekend in Chicago.
Teal Hardiman with the Violence Interrupters is at the forefront of de-escalation efforts. Hardiman telling me his group has helped prevent more than 30 shootings this year.
You have guys in the penitentiary right now serving life in prison because they wish they can turn back the hands of time. And I guarantee you a lot of those guys will say this to the young guys: I should not have done what I did.
By Sunday afternoon, the number of shot climbed to nearly 40, with at least 7 killed. For Hardiman, he believes the way to solve this is for parents, nonprofits, and the city to work together.
The only thing you got coming out of the streets, jails, death, and institutions. It's not worth it.
We reached out to Governor J.B. Pritzker's office for response on President Donald Trump's comments, but we did not hear back in time for this report.
You know we didn't, but it was not just Chicago. It was all around. Juneteenth, so much chaos, but I mean, we've seen this before with the 4th of July, a chaos happens, but we need to do more, at least the parents and the cities. You cannot just leave criminals, or you cannot be soft on crime, basically. I've said this several times, no soft on crime policies. That way people understand what happens when they do something wrong, and they are fearful of the consequences. People